Hey, welcome back. I'm Carissa, and if you're new here, I have a flower farm that I grow and sell cut flowers to my local community. I'm a gardener, I love growing, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today I have a special delivery from Baker Creek Seeds, the Heirloom Rare Seeds, their website is called. And I'm very excited. I've never actually ordered seeds from Baker Creek, so I'm very, very excited. I actually saw a video of the different perennials that Baker Creek sells, and that is what got me. I am such a lover of the winter sowing method, so any seeds that are perennials, I will try in the milk jug winter sowing method. So that was probably my main motive for ordering these seeds. Another one is I have a dream of a new garden, and I'll share those details with you at the end of the video. So let's open up this package. So with purchase, free with purchase, there are a couple extra seed packets in here, which are a total surprise to me. So we'll see what those are. Okay, first impressions as well. The seed packets are quite large, which is nice. So the first one I have here is Gallardia, and this is the double sunset Gallardia. Gallardia is a perennial in zones 5 to 9. So I do plan to plant this in a protected area, so hopefully it will overwinter for me. I'm just on the border of zone 4 and 5, so it should do fine. I've had Gallardia come back for me before. This is just a different variety. It's very beautiful though. It really caught my eye and so easy to grow, Gallardia. Okay, next one, Muon, and this is a weed in our area, but obviously this is a fancy version of the weed. So this is Southern Charm, and I believe this is zone, 5 to 8. So again, I'll put this in a protected spot just to ensure that it comes back. Okay, Salvia Rose Rhapsody, perennial for zones 3 to 9. Just a beautiful one. I'm really excited about that one. As I'm arranging different bouquets, I just love to have the spiky element, and Salvia definitely does that for me. And this muted rose color is just so, so pretty. Here's my first free seed variety. So it's a carrot coral. Let me see what it says. 75 days to maturity, nutrient dense, productive, and vigorous. I love growing carrots, so this is definitely a welcome addition to my order. Thank you very much, Baker Creek. All right, an echinacea I ordered. This is Paradiso Super Duper, and this is zones 3 to 9, and I love echinacea. I grew some from seed. It takes 2 years for me at least to get blooms off of a new plant, but I also ordered a wholesale amount. I think there was 24 plugs of, the name is not coming to me, but I will insert a photo of the type of echinacea I ordered. It was a beautiful mix and I love them. And then I have different ones also planted around the landscape, some doubles, some frilly ones like this too, but I thought these were so, so beautiful. Okay, another echinacea. This is Green Twister, and I just thought the colors on that one were so fun. Most, if not all, echinaceas are zones 3 through 8, so these will definitely do well in my area. Okay, another mullein. I'm not sure if this one, this was zones 4 through 8, so a little bit more cold hardy than the other one I had. But same thing, very nice spiky blooms and just so, so pretty. I can't wait to grow this one. If it grows as well as the native weed that we have growing in our pasture does, then I'm sure we will have no problems with this one. It is quite beautiful. Okay, another echinacea. I believe this is the last one. This is Allen's Pride, and just a beautiful muted green tone to that one. And again, most echinaceas perennial from zones 3 to 8. I really, really love that one. Okay, Dianthus, Raspberry Ripple, and I believe, this is perennials for zones 6 to 10. So if I do get my dream high tunnel, this year next spring we are planning on building one, but you know, things can change and come up. But if I do get one, I will be planting this in the high tunnel because it will get that extra protection. But I just thought this one was so pretty. I've grown Dianthus before, the perennial type, and it was a smaller variety. The blooms weren't as large or as useful for a cut flower arrangement than I would like them to be. So I'm hoping that these ones are a little bit larger. All right, here we have the perennial sweet pea. And this is a perennial in zones 4 through 8. And this one seems to be a good candidate for me. I have a ton of fencing in my garden because we deal with immense deer pressure. So we have a lot of fencing, and I'm thinking that these will do well climbing up my fences and hardly taking up any more of my prized growing space. So definitely a good one. All right, here we have Pearl Yaro Double Diamond. And it's just slightly more detailed than the native one we have. You can see the outer petals are just a little bit more fancy, if you would want to say that. So this is perennials for zones 3 to 10. I love Yaro. I have summer berries, pastels, the white native variety. I have a lot of them and I love them, and I love them, love, love, love them. So this one is totally going to be used for bouquets as well, and I'm really, really excited because they are a no-fuss plant, very drought resistant as well, and deer resistant, so I don't have to use my prized deer fenced area to use these for growing. I can plant them wherever I like. Okay, another Dianthus. This is Hollandia, Purple Crown Dianthus, and these are perennials this is a perennial for zones 7 to 10, so I will be growing it as an annual. I just thought it was so beautiful. I'm actually growing a Sweet William that looks very similar, and it's a biennial. So I started them last year, and hopefully I'll get blooms early this next spring coming up. A nice clustered circular flower that I think will do well in arrangements. Okay, like I said, I love Yaro, so I have more Yaro. This one was just slightly more vibrant than the previous ones that I've grown. This is Flower Burst Fruit Bowl, perennials for zones 2 to 9. And I just loved the more bold colors in the mix here. And I think they'll do amazing. All right, if you watched my first seed haul video, I was talking about how I don't love yellow and I find it a bit of a challenge to arrange with. But then I saw this one and I thought, oh, it's a double Coreopsis, fully yellow, fully double Coreopsis. And I just thought those fluffy blooms were just so beautiful. And Coreopsis is extremely easy to grow. It's a no fuss plant, and it's deer resistant. So that is what got me to buy more yellow flowers. So these are perennials in zones 4 through 9. And I will definitely just find a spot for these. It's fine. I can deal with more yellow flowers. So this was one of the plants that caught my eye and made me actually take this or put in this order. So this is Columbine Leprechaun Gold. And I'll put another picture on the screen, but just the foliage on these Columbine is so, so pretty. The blooms are obviously gorgeous. They're like a semi-double ruffled Columbine, a little fancier than the typical Columbine, but then it's the leaves that are so beautiful. So these are a perennial in my area. These are zones 4 to 8. And they are also deer resistant. So if you can't tell, I love plants that are deer resistant. It just gives me more options, and then I can use my deer fenced area for, you know, that the deer likes to munch on. Okay, another Yaro. This is Love Parade, and this is perennial in zones 5 through 8. And like I said, we're on the verge, so I will probably, this comes with, I think, 100 seeds. So I'll probably plant some of these out in just a normal area and see how they do, because some zone 5 plants do actually very well here. The other thing is we do get a lot of snow cover, which insulates the plant. So for a really tough winter, they usually can manage with that extra protection. So anyway, I will probably not baby this one when it says zone 5 through 8. It is a Yaro after all. I think it'll do fine, but I just loved the color of this one. Oh, actually, one more echinacea. So this is Double Decker, and this is just so, so pretty. I love those fluffy little tops on this one. So this is a perennial for zones 3 through 10. Oh, maybe echinaceas are all the way to zone 10. I'm not sure. I don't have experience in zones 8 through 10. But anyway, this is a beautiful one. I just love the extra double petaled bloom was just so pretty. And echinacea grows really, really well for us here. So I thought, might as well try another one. Okay, my second free seed is Landis winter lettuce. So I grow a ton of carrots and a ton of lettuce. So thank you very much, Baker Creek. I will definitely be using these this coming growing season. Let me just read. Cold hardy Pennsylvania Dutch winter lettuce. A descendant of the white tennis ball. Most frost resistant and superb for winter harvest. Maybe I will have to grow these with protection and see how they do. Very nice. Okay, and my last one is a balloon flower. And this is blue, even though it obviously looks purple because we're in the gardening world. So this is a perennial for zones 3 through 9. And I have Fuji white platycodon, which is the balloon flower, growing in my woodland garden because they can deal with a little bit of shade. So I've got the white one already growing and it did pretty good for me. They were very young plugs when I bought them. So they're taking their time to get established, but these ones I thought would be another good addition because again, deer resistant, my zone, and just a beautiful no fuss perennial. So I'm excited to get these started. Okay, so that is my order. I will put on an image right now to show you all the ones that are a zone 3 through 8, roughly, maybe 4 through 8. There's a little bit of spillage on either side, but just for the majority of them. So these ones are good for zones 4 through 8. And then I have another image here that shows you if you are in zone 5 or 6, or if you like to push the envelope like myself, you can grow these ones with a little bit of protection and they will probably do fine for you. Well, that was my haul. I'm super, super excited to try these ones. From what I've read online, it seems like Baker Creek offers a great selection, obviously, and great quality to their seeds. So I'm really looking forward to getting these started. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the winter sowing method for all of the perennials because they just seem to do so much better. If you've grown perennials by seed before, you know that they need a cold stratification period, which you can mimic with, germinating and then putting them in your freezer and timing that all out. But honestly, the winter sowing method with the jugs outside is just such a hands-off, no-fill method for me. I've had the best results doing perennials that way. I know I've said in previous videos, I will only ever grow lupin by the winter sowing method because they just do so much better than indoors here. So anyway, I plan to start those probably February. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how they grow. And then my next sort of announcement would be the new garden that I'm dreaming / planning about. So we have this area just off of our yard that is nice and flat, which if you know our property, we're on quite a hill, but this area is quite flat and we have a trampoline there right now. I'll probably insert a video if you'd like. And the kids aren't using the trampoline much anymore, so we're planning to either move it to a different area or just get rid of it. But this area will be the future site for my greenhouse. We saved all of our windows from when we switched out our windows. Our house is pretty old, 1979, I believe. So when our windows were replaced, we asked them to leave the old windows here so that we could build an old window greenhouse out of them. They're double paned windows, so they're not too bad. But they're quite large. We have quite large windows in our house. So I think that they will make a great greenhouse. So anyway, that is going to be the location of our new greenhouse. I'm super excited about that. And then off of that greenhouse, there's going to be a cottage garden. And I'm sort of just dreaming of, flagstone path with sort of like moss and creeping thyme growing in between. And then a beautiful sort of long border. I think it's the Dixter long border that everybody dreams about. So I'm definitely going to have some sort of element of that in the garden. And a lot of these perennials are going to be planted in that area because for the most part, I'm doing a lot of purples, pinks, and whites, a little bit of yellow because I just couldn't help myself. And then a lot of green, obviously, sage green. I have some nepeta that I would transplant in there as well. Maybe a little bit of evergreen interest as well. But I'm just super excited for this area. Maybe I'll show some inspiration photos of what I want the garden to look like. And obviously it'll take probably a couple years to get established. But it is my dream to just have this beautiful, peaceful garden. And I'm really looking forward to doing this next year. The last thing I wanted to share with you is just something that's going to complete that cottage garden look that I'm really going for. So Black Friday came and went, and what I treated myself to was a fountain. So this was a great deal. I think it was about 50% off, which was quite affordable compared to some that you would find out there. So what started it is there was this inexpensive fountain on Facebook Marketplace, and I was so excited. I sent them a message, and after, you know, about an hour of waiting, she said, oh no, sorry, it's gone. Someone else bought it. So that got me thinking, like, where else could you find a fountain? And Amazon had this one on a Black Friday sale. So I was super, super excited. Reviews looked great. It is a resin, which is probably good in our climate. It'll probably stand up to winters and the sun a little bit better. But I'm very, very excited. So like I said, that flagstone path that's going to come down through from the greenhouse to the pathway, this will be a focal piece in that garden pathway. So I'm very, very excited, and I hope you're excited too. I will take you along in the spring as we start to dig ground and assemble the greenhouse and put together this beautiful dream garden of mine. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope that was helpful. Maybe those are some seeds that you want to add to your list and try out Baker Creek. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.